Okay, so 17. So first of all, on Earth, so we're introducing this new phrase, the gravitational field strength, and there's that number 10 then that we discovered when we did the experiment. And its gravitational field strength is 10 newtons per kilogram, which you write as N stroke kg. And this tells us then that every kilogram on Earth pulled down by 10 newtons of weight. So remember, weight is a force. So our formula, which we wrote previously as W equals m times 10, can now be written as W equals m times g. Where once again, W is weight measured in newtons. M is mass measured in kg. And G is this new idea we've just introduced, gravitational. I'm going to abbreviate gravitational with just grav because we've just written it out above. Gravitational field strength, which is measured in N stroke kg. And then once again, we'll do a couple of examples. Okay, so example 1, kind of more straightforward examples. Calculate Mr. Clucky's weight on Jupiter. Just a reminder, his mass is 70 kilograms. So we go through the question, and the only information that we're given in the question is it's 70 kilograms, but we are also told that it's Jupiter. So sometimes the information is given in the question, sometimes you have to go and look up a table. If you go and look up the table, you find that G on Jupiter is 26.4 newtons per kilogram. So even though that's not mentioned in the question, the fact that it mentions it's Jupiter means I can write that down in my list of things that I know. And I'm being asked the weight, so I'll put W equals question mark. So the new formula we're introducing is W equals mg, or m times g. It means the same thing. Once again, we go through and do our substitution. We don't know what W is, so we'll leave it as W. We do know that m is 70, and we do know that g, in this example, is 26.4. So no rearranging required here. We just get a calculator out. And that gives us the answer, 1848 newtons. Example 2.
So it's not 90. You were a good boy talking to me. Not doing it.
Right, come on. Now, this example, I think, demonstrates a few points. Right? Sometimes what the question is asking you is the key to getting the question. So it's asking you what planet am I on if my weight is 630 newtons. So if I just analyse this question, the only information I'm given in the question is the weight. But the other bit of information we had in example 1 and we've had before, I know that my mass, remember, is 70 kilograms. Okay? But what is the question actually asking me? It's asking me what planet I'm on, but that's not something that I can put in a calculation. But what I can is this idea we've just introduced, that different planets have got different gravitational field strengths. So if I know the weight and I know the mass, I can work out the gravitational field strength of the planet that this was measured on. And then I can look up the table of gravitational field strengths to find out what planet it is. Okay? So it's about linking what information you know and you can work out to what information is available to you. Really what I'm being asked is the gravitational field strength, and that's why I think that step is important. That you write down clearly what the question asks you. The formula then that you're given is W equals m times g, right, that we've just introduced. Substitution, remember, means even on the left-hand side, replacing the values by the numbers if you know them. Okay? That's an important step, getting that substitution done before you do any rearranging. Now for rearranging, I'm just going to swap the sides round so that the thing that I'm trying to work out is on the left. Then I'm saying, well, I need to get g on its own. I need to do the opposite of multiplying it by 70, i.e. I need to divide it by 70. And whatever I do to one side of a formula, I must do to the other. So on the left-hand side, they cancel out and leave me g. And on the right-hand side, I can get my calculator out and work out that g is 9 newtons per kilogram. And then lastly, I can go and look up the table of gravitational field strengths.
Neptune.
No.
Is it Neptune? It's Uranus.
Yeah.
Uranus, yeah. I get mixed up with them.
And the sentence you always wanted to write.
Yes.